Hello everybody, Mr. Hollywood here with yet another edition of ProMaster.us. Today with the 2021 Ram 1500 136-inch wheelbase, high roof in, and this is the drum roll, sandstone color. I actually really like this color. It's nice to not keep it keeps the vehicle very clean looking, even if it gets dirt. It doesn't show a lot of dirt. It's also not white. And it's not dark, so it doesn't capture a lot of heat. You know, when you have a black vehicle, all the heat gets sucked up into it, and the white vehicles are like your plain commercial vans. Well, not with this one. Of course, you have the classic design of the three-piece bumper with three-piece front fascia. So your fascia right here, this side of the bumper and that are separate. You can replace them separately. So if you get in a small fender bender, only one piece has to be replaced. These are reflective, meaning reflexive, meaning that if you get in a small fender bender, you might not even show anything. On top of that, they're protruding out to protect the headlights, because that is the most expensive thing that usually is damaged in a fender bender. What's awesome about the ProMaster, and it's also well thought out, is the front wheel drive. Now the front wheel drive and the front axle are positioned in a spot where you will always have traction, whether you have a heavy load in the back or you have nothing at all, because the engine's in the front and the cabin's right behind the front axle, always providing you traction. You may even see that the vehicle's sloping a little bit forward in a specific way to angle to provide that pressure on there. That way you always have traction. Now, the 136-inch designation for wheelbase means from the center of the front wheel to the center of the back wheel. You also have large side sliding doors which open with a key. The key has 3 separate buttons, one for unlocking the cabin, one for locking the cabin and everything else, and one for unlocking the cargo area, including the sliding doors. That way you can unlock things separately so people don't just jump into your van as you're getting in the front. This is a wide opening, allowing you to fit a standard pallet through it, standard US pallet I should specify. And you have the composite wood floor, which is nice. It has a nice grip to it. You will see a pattern if you get closer. You have tie downs in this. This is the Expediter package, which also includes the side panels on the walls. The floor and height to step in, the step in height is 21 inches, which allows you to easily step inside of it. And I'll show you guys the height on this. From the very ground to the top, the ProMaster at its highest point in the high roof designation is about 99 inches. Inside you have 76 inches, so I'm 6 feet tall. I have a couple of inches left right here. I do have there is a nice shelf right here for storing some items, and there's 2 lights, one in the back, one here standard. You can get that upgraded to have a light in the middle that's an LED. These lights are right here. You can have them turned on with the open door, turned on at all times, or turned on or turned off at all times. It's up to you how you designate them. These panels are not standard, because sometimes you can get it without the panels, without the wood composite floor. That's the Expediter package. These allow you to hear less road noise. However, if you're gonna upfit it with shelves, and sometimes people just get it without them because they can get the upfit later. In between the wheel wells, this van has a lot of room, allowing you to store quite a bit. And of course, because it is the 136-inch, you have 10 feet of space. So you have a lot of loading floor length. Additionally, to top all that off, these doors do open up to 260 degrees, and the backup camera is positioned up top right behind here to provide you with the best visibility when you're driving. Let me show you the back doors here. I open this up. They do swing out all the way to 260 degrees, and the bumper is load bearing, meaning I can stand on it. I just jumped off of it to show you. It doesn't come off, right? You do have your towing hitch, which allows you to tow up to 5,100 pounds when properly equipped. Of course, this one is, because it has it. You will see that the backlights reflect the same methodology as the front design, where they're higher off. They're protected by a protruding out bumper. That way it's not the first thing to get damaged in a small fender bender. Additionally, these doors allow you to maneuver in the city, and you can walk around and easily maneuver your cargo inside. It has quite a bit of payload, as you will see on the screen here. Can do quite a bit of can carry quite a bit of stuff in it. And also have awesome options that you can get it equipped with. We're going to talk a little bit more about those when we get inside, but let me show you how easy it is to get gas in this vehicle. Now, when you go ahead and get out of your cabin, your fuel spot is right here, right? All you have to do is unscrew this cap and go for it. You're not far from your seat, so you don't have to walk super far. But I also opened this door to show you there's a huge bin over here that I'll talk about in the video a little bit. And this is for convenience stuff. It's super deep. You can fit quite a bit of stuff in there. It's to grab your most necessary items that you might need ASAP and to have easily accessible when on the job. But let's talk a little bit more about the interior. Let's see you guys on the inside. Welcome to the interior of the 2021 Ram ProMaster 1500 136-inch wheelbase in sandstone color. So what you will see on the inside is this is the standard equipment you've seen in the 2020s. Not a lot has changed. Of course, the idea of it is still utility, and it's designed with the working man in mind, right? Working men and women in mind. What you will see is you have a steering wheel that's angled nicely so that you can easily drive around and be comfortable. The chair is also positioned in a way so that it's ergonomic and feels good to sit in, right? The steering wheel is also easy to grab and easy to just maneuver. That way the longer trips don't feel as long. With the 4 speaker setup too, you can jam out on the tune. So if you're expediting goods and you're going on those long hauls, you feel good. Visibility in this vehicle is phenomenal and A-rated. You will see large oversized windows, and because of the way everything's positioned, you can nearly see the front, but it's angled so far down that you feel really close to things and you have a lot of control over this vehicle. Additionally, they've taken, because this is based on an Italian design, they do have if you've ever been to Italy, Italy has very small streets and alleys. This thing is super maneuverable. I mean, it can turn on a dime. 40-degree turning radius allows it to easily pull a U-turn almost anywhere, especially within the continental United States where our roads are oversized. This thing will surprise you the first time you get in it when you crank it all the way to the left. People always say, wow, when they try it for the very first time. It does better than some of our SUVs do when it comes to turning radius, so that's pretty phenomenal. Everything is oversized and easy to reach. It has grips, that way you can use it with gloves on. You have 2 glove boxes as well to store multiple items, as well as a shelf with a little rubber mat on here to keep things from sliding around. 5 total cup holders, 1 on each door and 3 in the center, so that whatever sale is going on at Starbucks, you can get all the drinks at once. Stack up those points, right? And you can also charge USB and regular charge right here. But besides that, the driver also has their own USB and aux block to control the music. Now the touchscreen on this one is a Uconnect, which means you have Bluetooth, you have phone calls you can receive and answer with the steering wheel. You also have media such as radio, FM, AM, of course. You can get Sirius upgrade on here if you want, and you can get a navigation upgrade as well as a digital mirror upgrade if you were looking for one of those. But one cool thing about it is, again, it's a TFT touchscreen designed with the worker in mind. The purpose of it is you don't actually have to use your finger to turn it on, right? I'm going to use a piece of plastic here. It's all about pressure, right? I don't actually have to use my finger like I would have to use on an iPhone. That way, whether I have working gloves or not, I can easily take care of business and change my songs, answer a call, dial a call, whatever I gotta do. You also see these knobs have rubber grips on them, so they're easier to grip even if you had thick working gloves on. And these knobs for air conditioning control are even bigger, with oversized buttons as well as oversized buttons here, so you don't fat finger anything in those gloves. Additionally, tons of storage. As I mentioned before, we already talked about the glove boxes. You do also have a beautiful shelf right here that's quite deep and is divided into 2 pieces for ease of storage. I showed you earlier in the video on the side you have huge bin. That's on both sides for the passenger and driver. So anything you may need to quickly access on the job site should go in those. These handles are not just for when you're going over bumpy roads, they're also for getting in. So it's easier for those that are vertically challenged. There is 2 steps, so you should be able to get in, but it's nice to grab it. That way you have the control over sitting yourself inside. The seat also adjusts. There's 2 little levers on each side. One pulls up and you can have it angled backwards. There's also a knob that allows you to recline this seat too. And there's another knob that allows you to bump up the height of the chair. That way you can be sitting higher. Obviously in my case that would be a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and lower myself back down to a normal scenario. This arm rest is also adjustable. There's a little roller underneath it that will allow you to change the angle. As you may see here, I can have it that way. If I roll it the other way, I can have it more angled down, which might be more comfortable than what it currently was. There we go. That's much better. And this one does not have power mirrors. I talk about power mirrors a lot because you have the option of getting power folding mirrors, but in case you don't want to have the feature, they're manually folding. You can grab them and pull them together. You can also adjust them You don't actually have to use like a knob or anywhere. They're adjusted with your hands, right? All you have to do is just push them in whichever direction you like. And you can reach it from the mirror, and if you have a passenger, that your passenger can reach it from the mirror. And that goes for both. Both of these are adjustable by just pushing on whichever side you want it to have. So it's nice to do. Well, you'll see that those are nice and oversized too, which makes them easier to use, easier to see, and provide a lot of visibility, just like the oversized windows in the cabin. This is a two-seater. They do come with an option of having 3 seats here, this seat being separate and these 2 being a bench, which allows to carry all your crew members with you and provide comfort. Of course, the other awesome thing about it is the clipboard to organize all of your documents in case you have some papers flying around like we have here right now with the documentation such as the window sticker, but you don't actually need to do that. You can just clip it to this clipboard right here. There's also a little spot here for some change. People often confuse it for a cup holder because it's round, but it's mostly for change. Other thing, people ask a lot of questions about the engine. It's a 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar, and there is no rating for miles. The reason there is no rating for miles is because it is a commercial vehicle, so it will largely depend upon how much you actually put inside of the vehicle, inside of your cargo, and what you have. You will see all the stuff that we have here comes with the vehicle. You have your heated driver's seat too, and heated passenger seat as well. There's a little button on there that will allow us to go ahead and heat up this seat. Even though it's cloth, right? Of course, notice everything is rugged. Everything is made to withstand everyday working conditions. From the oversized knobs to the 5 cup holders to the huge buttons in the steering wheel to even the plastic anti-slip floors that have grips in them. That way, if you have a dirty job that you go to, or you get muddy on a construction site, cleaning the vehicle is fairly easy and it's not difficult to go through. That's about it for the interior. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate. Put them in the comments. Reach out to us. Call Sebastian on the number below, or call me directly as well. We'll gladly help you out. We do deliver to all 50 states. You don't even have to step foot in the dealership. We have all trims, all sizes, all colors, and we get more and more every single day. For more videos just like this, subscribe to our channel. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for some awesome shots to engage with us as well. And that's it. Mr. Hollywood out.